My name is Djamel Klouche. I'm architect and urban planner. I'm also professor at École Nationale Supérieure de Versailles in Paris. I'm partner of an office in Paris with Caroline Poulain and François Descossel named l'AEC. We usually worked on urban issues, but also architecture, but mainly we are involved in question of metropolitan scale and urban scale. I'm very interested by this linear city, and I think it's not really a linear city, but because I see on the maps and this morning on the conference we see that water, the infrastructure of water is really important in the state, in the country. And I have the feeling that it seems like a corridor, but it's not a corridor, it's a kind of landscape. And I think there is a very interesting project to push here between Tirana and Durrës, between the city, the capital, and the port and the sea. I think this street, this main street, could be a kind of domestic corridor, not an international corridor or something like this, a domestic corridor. And it could be a kind of hub. And I think Durrës could be an entry for the capital city of Tirana. And I think there's a possibility of interesting project, not just a big development project, but a project who can combine international level and very local level, and which can combine these two levels, this bottom up, this local energy, and this public, perhaps nostalgia, I don't know, because it was a socialist also country, so you have this nostalgia of a public very strong, but this public is now, and I think I have the feeling that is not here, not really. So these 20 last years, the individualities and the individual development become more stronger. And I have the feeling that the country, the city needs some commonality, the common. We need the common. How to go from the public to the common. The public as socialist thing to the common as a normal city, a normal country. And I have the feeling this common could be the combination of two scales, a strategic scale and a very domestic scale. But I see that these two scales or two levels are like already here. So we have to push them and we have to identify the levers and try to do something with. Now the topic, for example, in Moscow is to develop transportation, public transport on these roads, on these main roads, and I have the feeling that transport could be also a strong issue for Albania, because I have the feeling that I don't see any public transport. Perhaps there are buses, perhaps, but not so much. I don't see them. And I think transport, the link between the port, airport, and the cities could be a kind of beginning of an action, a strong action for the city.